Good evening and welcome to Oscar Adams Gymnasium on the Tigers Media Network. Jason Liggett alongside with you. So glad you can join us here as we are set for Big 12 action at Judge Green Court. It's the Bloomington Purple Raiders against your Urbana Tigers. The Tigers are 8-12 overall, 2-2 in the Big 12 Conference entering tonight's play. Bloomington Purple Raiders, coached by Joe Sanders, 8-13 overall, 3-1 in the Big 12. Glad you can join us on the Tigers Media Network, Comcast Xfinity's Channel 6 and 1096, AT&T UVerse Channel 99, i3 Broadband Channel 6, of course streaming online, urbanapublictelevision.org on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/UPTV6. Our camera operator this evening is 2015 Urbana High School graduate and UHS Broadcasting alum Abram Washington. We appreciate him being on the broadcast tonight to bring this matchup to you. Tigers have won 4 of their last 5, so off to a little bit of a slow start, but starting to come alive here and put some wins together. We'll see what it takes tonight for Tigers to come out on top. Raiders will serve this first. And diving to try to get that one for the Tigers is Wheeling. She's not able to come up with it. So Bloomington strikes first. Parker back to serve and hits the net. Point Urbana. Junior Delaney Wheeling back for Urbana with the 1-1 serve. It almost looked like Urbana was looking for one extra hit there from Bloomington, but knocking that over and to get that point were the Purple Raiders, and it's 2 serving 1 now. Back to serve for Bloomington, Caitlin Sanders, the junior. Set up by Urbana and up and over, and it remains in for Raven Russell there. So Russell, the senior. Tira Donovan back to serve for Urbana, 2 serving 2. Bloomington tried to get to that. We saw Karina Jones run out of bounds trying to get to that ball, but Urbana scores. Now 3 serving 2. And we saw Donovan back. And an ace from Donovan and the Urbana Tigers. So Urbana up 4-2 now. And joining us on the broadcast is Urbana High School senior Natasha Williams. Thanks so much for joining us, Natasha.
No problem.
And Natasha, you're going to take over camera duty for Abram as well, correct?
Yes.
Glad you could be here with us. 3 serving 4 for the Purple Raiders here. And a good hit there from Raven Russell. So Russell's had a couple of nice kills already, as Tigers up 5-3 early on in this first set. The last time you saw Urbana on the Tigers Media Network, they lost 2-0 to Centennial. And point Urbana. Looks like Bloomington got in the net there. So it's going to be 6 serving 3 for the Tigers. Back to serve for Urbana is Riley Russell. And Raven was at the net to try to block that one, but didn't go back over the net, but down to the side. Tough break for the Tigers. Point Bloomington. 4 serving 6 now. Another nice hit there from Russell to give the Tigers a 7-4 advantage. Well, Russell's already had a couple of big kills so far tonight, Natasha. How important is her play this evening for the Tigers to get a win?
A lot.
There's Russell again. Point Urbana. So just as you say, it's important for Raven Russell to have a good game. She, almost like she was listening, scores a point right there. 8 serving 4 now for Urbana. Block at the net from the Tigers. Back over, diving is Russell. And another dive. Some good effort there by Urbana. We saw Raven Russell diving on the floor, followed by Riley Russell diving on the floor, but ultimately Bloomington battles to get that point. So 5 serving 8 now for the Raiders. It's Haley Eddington back for Bloomington. Donovan sets that one up for Bostic. Bostic knocks it over. Here's Bloomington answers back, and they get the friendly roll off the net. Tough for Urbana to defend that one. Point Bloomington. There's Raven Russell to Tia, and hitting that one over is Bostic. Bloomington in some trouble, bailed out there. Diving is Urbana, and up and over. Bloomington answers right back. Good dig there from the Tigers, and Bostic. Good volley back and forth between the Urbana Tigers and the Bloomington Raiders. And Urbana gets the well-earned point. So 9 serving 6 now in favor of the Tigers. Bostic back to serve for the Tigers. Bloomington sets that one up, and knocking it over is number 4. That's Fia Parker. Urbana gets the point. So this is Kinsey Bostic, 10 serving 6. Taking that one out is Russell. And knocking it over is number 2, Amari Grayson. Grayson tried to dig that one out, but just too close to the net for her to get anything going there. Point Bloomington. Well, and what we're seeing is somewhat reflective of these records. As I mentioned, Urbana 8-12 overall, Bloomington 8-13. It's been pretty even matchup. Slight advantage to the Tigers hurt early on, but there's Bloomington answer back to decrease the lead to 2. It's 8 serving 10 now. Tigers set that up for Wheeling. And answering back is number 4, Fia Parker, the senior for Bloomington High School. And now it's a 1-point game here, 9 serving 10 in the first set. Raven Russell sets that one up, and there is Wheeling again for the Tigers. Trying to dive to that one and not able to reach it is Raven Russell. So point goes to Bloomington to knock this up at 10 apiece. So Tigers get the point. It's 11 serving 10 here. Setting it up is Bloomington. Up, over, but out of bounds. So Tigers point. Good hit there from Corinna Jones, but to no avail as a little bit too much mustard on that one. So serving back for the Tigers is Logano. Logano serving 12-10. Setting that one up is Grayson, and up, over, and point goes to Urbana thanks to Delaney Wheeling. Raven Russell over to Bostic. Up and over is Grayson, and point Bloomington. Sophia Parker serving for the Raiders. Point Urbana. Right at the net there, and are in favor of the Tigers. So Wheeling, the junior middle hitter, back for Urbana, serving this one 14-11. Setting it up for Russell, and Russell, too much muscle on that as it goes sailing past the bounds line, and point goes to Bloomington. The junior, Caitlin Sanders, is back to serve for the Raiders. 12 serving 14 here in the first set. Nice rolling soft hit there from Amari Grayson. Tigers try to block that. They're still alive thanks to Russell. Need to knock that one over, and Russell does. Diving to try to get to that one was Caitlin Sanders, but to no avail. As Russell gets the point for the Tigers there. It's 15 serving 12, and back to serve for Urbana, Tira Donovan. Timeout Bloomington after a series of whistles there. Want to make sure that we knew it was a timeout, I guess, huh, Natasha? Well, Natasha, they have Tigers have won 4 out of their last 5, trying to make it 5 out of their last 6 here tonight. What do you think Urbana has to do to execute and come away with the W?
Well, earlier when I was talking to Kenzie and Raven, they was like worrying about because Bloomington is like the top team in volleyball, but it's like they pull it through. So they just got to keep doing what they're doing.
Well, and sometimes you got to put that reputation kind of back and just focus on tonight. And so far, the Tigers are doing just that as they've led most of this set here. 15 serving 12 in favor of Urbana. Tia back to serve for the Tigers. And that one set up by Corinna Jones for Lauren Strange, and Strange kills that one. Point goes to Bloomington. So 13 serving 15 now. And an ace from Jones. Point Bloomington to even things up at 15 apiece. Outside hitter Karina Jones, the senior Bloomington, still back to serve. 15 serving 15. Tigers set that up, and they get the point. Hitting that one over was Kinsey Bostic. Nice soft rolling hit there by the Purple Raiders, and they get the point. Back to serve is Lauren Strange. A lot of fire on that hit from Raven Russell and gets the point. Russell digs that one out. And hanging it over is Bostic. Bostic with a lot of power. Bloomington keeps it alive, trying to get it over, and they do just that. Here's Tia. Tia over to Wheeling, and Wheeling over for the point. So Tigers lead 18-17 here in this first set. Bloomington with a good job of setting that one up, and over for the point, that's Carolyn Carr in the game here for Bloomington. Carr, the junior here, and ref's going to talk things over here. Not too sure what they're talking about. Did you see anything there on that one? And they say point Urbana. All right, I'll go with that. A few more of those and we'll be just fine. 19 serving 17 here. And an ace. Sounds like Bloomington's coach isn't too happy about that. And that's going to be point going to Bloomington. So Russell tried to dig that one out, but popped up right off her and all the way into the ceiling. A lot of power behind that one. Tia sets it up for Bostic, and that one goes out of bounds. So point goes to the Raiders. So 19 serving 20 now. And back to serve is Haley Eddington. Sets it up for Bostic again, and that one's going to go to Urbana. So that time it worked out as Tia Radonavong set that up for Kinsey Bostic, and Bostic gets the points for the Tigers. 21 serving 19 here in this first set at Oscar Adams Gymnasium. We appreciate you tuning in on the Tigers Media Network. And Riley Russell trying to get something going there for the Tigers, but hits off of her hands and goes out of bounds. and an ace from Sydney Christensen. 21 all here in the first set. Urbana hits that one into the net, and point goes to Bloomington. Bloomington has a lead late here in the first set, 22 serving 21. And a net serve, so point Tigers now. This is really going to come down to the wire, isn't it, Natasha?
Yes, it is.
Logano back to serve for the Tigers. Bloomington sets it up and over. Able to dig that one out is Russell. And Bloomington didn't hit it over in enough hits. They had 3 hits there, and it was still on their side. So not sure if they lost count there, just weren't able to get it over. But 23 serving 22 here. Good opportunity for the Tigers to inch towards this victory in set 1. Good hit from Bloomington. Tigers need to hit it over here. They do just that. Raven Russell knocks it over for Urbana, and answering right back, but out of bounds there. So point goes to Tigers. It's set point here, 24 serving 22. And that one goes out of bounds too. So point Urbana, and the Tigers take set 1. So Urbana gets off to a real good start in that first set, and they're able to keep bouncing back and almost looked like they were going to slip away there for a little bit, but they get that first set. How important is it to get the first set here tonight?
Very important. Let them know they not playing.
Absolutely. I was fearful there when Bloomington went up 22. Well, maybe it was 21-20 or something. Whenever they were up by a couple points, I started to worry. But fear not, says the Urbana Tigers, as they take set 1. So coming up next week on the Tigers Media Network, we'll be covering Urbana High School soccer out at McKinley Field. That's a 6 o'clock start for soccer. Also, next Friday, football is back. And it's homecoming, right? So homecoming scheduled for October 11th. And that'll be next Friday. Tigers on the road again for this Friday. And we'll have coverage of the Urbana High School homecoming parade as well. You have any big homecoming plans, Natasha?
Not really, just my senior year. Do what I gotta do and get up out of here.
There you go. You're ready to leave, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I know people talk about senioritis, that your traditional senior will graduate in May, so maybe around March or April you'll start hearing about that. But you're going to graduate in December, so does that mean like October and November you start to check out, or what? You say, yeah, you're not you're not even going to play it off, huh?
Oh.
That's it. All right. For more information on the Urbana High School athletic program, you can visit their website, il.8to18.com/Urbana. Find the rosters of all your favorite teams as well as schedules, whether that be fall sports that we're currently in, upcoming winter sports with basketball and wrestling, or spring sports. You can look ahead to what baseball and girls soccer and softball are going to look like coming up next spring here at Urbana High School. I don't know if someone spilled some water or what the deal is, but Nick Stillwell going to town on the floor over there. I guess he's got it clean. Other duties as assigned. So Urbana leads 1-0 as we get ready to start set 2. So if you're Coach Erica Menig during that intermission, what are you telling the Tigers?
Push a little bit. Push a little bit harder.
All right. Certainly, once you win that first set, you really want to get that second set too. You don't want to move it to 3 sets, and because then anything can happen, and you forget all about that first set. So if you keep the pressure on here, hopefully the Raiders don't have an answer once again for the Tigers, and we'll get out of here early. How about that?
Yes.
Delaney Wheeling back to serve for Urbana. And Wheeling gets the ace. Hits off the tip of that net, and Bloomington didn't have an answer for it. Jones hits that one over for the Raiders. Raven Russell ultimately answers back for Urbana. Up and over, that's Chloe Estep. And good volley back and forth between two good Big Ten teams, and a block there by Russell. Point Urbana. That one bounced off the net there and right back in her face. Two serving nothing here early on in the second set. Back to serve is Wheeling for the Tigers. Russell sets that up and up and over. I think that's Bostic on the far side. Can't quite see that. I think that might have been Grayson there on the far side for Urbana. Point is Bloomington regardless. And the Raiders even things up early on in this second set at 2 apiece. Jones sets it up, and a powerful hit from Strange for Bloomington. Urbana needs to hit it over here, and Raven Russell does. Set up once again for Strange, and Urbana trying to answer back and forth, and they do that. So Raven Russell hits that one over and attempted to block it was Bloomington, but it rolls off to the side and point in favor of the Tigers. So 3 serving 2 now for Urbana. Tia Radonavong back to serve, and point Bloomington. That was on the far side there. Wasn't sure if that stayed in or not, but in fact it did. And Bloomington evens things back up at 3 apiece. Urbana knocks that one in the net, and Bloomington takes a 4-3 lead here in the second set at Oscar Adams Gymnasium. Thea Parker serving for the Raiders. Donovan sets it up and over, and Urbana gets the back end of the floor there and evens things up at 4 apiece. Sophomore J.C. Owens back to serve for Urbana. And that one's out of bounds. Point goes to Bloomington. So 5 serving 4. And Jones serves it there. And Urbana tries to answer back, but not quite in sync. We've seen a couple of plays now where Urbana has looked to set it up, but player wasn't there, maybe thinking that the other player was going to hit it over, but it hasn't worked out. So we'll see if they can get a little bit more in sync here. There's Russell, gets it blocked, but it is point Urbana as that one goes out of bounds. So 5 serving 6, and Raven Russell back to serve for the Tigers. Russell, too much muscle on that one. It goes out of play, and point Bloomington. Junior Lauren Strange back to serve for Bloomington. 7 serving 5. Bloomington hits it over. Setting that one up is Russell. Riley Russell, that is, number 4, the libero for the Tigers. And another one with a little bit too much power behind it for Urbana, and point goes to Bloomington, 8 serving 5 now. Strange still back to serve. Donovan sets that one up, and we see the same thing. So I think that's been 3 or 4 points going towards Bloomington because the Tigers just hitting it a little bit too hard. So maybe a little bit more focus. Good timeout here by Coach Erica Menning before things get out of hand. Tigers lead 1-0. We're in the middle of the second set here as they trail 5-9. So that same kind of energy that we saw from Urbana in the first set, kind of in Bloomington's favor the second set, isn't it, Natasha?
Yes.
Well, whenever you see a team kind of get off to a hot start and things aren't going right for you, like I say, good idea to call a timeout and kind of hit the reset button. So Lauren Strange back to serve for Bloomington, 9 serving 5. And point Urbana, as we see Delaney Wheeling hit that one over. So Kenzie Bostic back to serve for Urbana. Jones set this one up and over, but it's out of bounds. That's number 8, Carolyn Carr, hits that one out of bounds, and point goes to Urbana. So Urbana trims 2 off the lead here. It's 7 serving 9. Here's Kenzie Bostic. Nice soft hit from Bloomington. And Urbana not able to answer back. About to knock that one over the net, and Bloomington blocks it. So Bloomington gets the point there, 10 serving 7. Eddington back to serve. Bostic sets that one up for Wheeling, and it goes out of bounds. Too hard of a hit there from Urbana. Bostic sets it up for Russell. Russell knocks it over with a soft hit. Oh, and just a great touch of the hand there from number 19, Lauren Selmeyer, the senior for Bloomington High School. Bloomington extends their lead to 5. It's 12 serving 7 here. Haley Editing back to serve for the Raiders. Bostic sets it up, and knocking that one over is Grayson. Amari Grayson gets the point for Urbana. 8 serving 12 now, and back to serve is Riley Russell. Bloomington gets the point and back up to a 5-point lead here in the second set. Sydney Christensen, 13 serving 8. Net serve, point Urbana. So you don't want this game to get too deep into it. You really want Urbana to start racking up some points, even up this score right here. Delaney Wheeling back to serve for the Tigers, 9 serving 13. Riley Russell sets it up for Raven. Raven knocks it over. Bloomington answers right back, soft hit, and point Urbana. Bloomington gets in the net. So the Tigers trim the lead to 3 here, 10 serving 13. Wheeling back to serve once again. And it's an ace. Nice serve there from Delaney Wheeling. See if she can do it again. I mentioned the Tigers need to knock into this lead, and they're doing just that. Good block at the net there from Urbana, and point Urbana. They've trimmed it down to 1 now. So they trailed by 5. Now it's 12 serving 13. Chance to tie things up. Delaney Wheeling with the serve. And answering back as Sydney Christensen sets that one up for Corinna Jones, and Corinna Jones knocks it over for the Raiders as they retain and add to now what is a 2-point lead. 14 serving 12. Urbana leads 1-0. We're in the middle of the second set here at Judge Green Court, Oscar Adams Gymnasium on the campus of Urbana High School. Up and over for Riley Russell and the Tigers. And answering back, but a good dig there from Urbana. They hit that a little bit too far, and point goes to Bloomington. I think it's been 6 points credit to Bloomington as the Tigers have answered back, but hit that out of bounds. Bostic sets it up. And Grayson knocks it over. So no fancy jump and spike it right there for Urbana, but probably threw Bloomington off a little bit. Grayson just knocked that one over, but she hit it where they ain't, and it worked out for the Tigers. They trail by 2 again. Radonovong knocks that one over. Bloomington struggles. Good block at the net there from Urbana. Nice dig from the Purple Raiders. Radonovong sets it up again, and Urbana knocks it over. Point Urbana. Looks like we had a line fault there. So the Tigers within 1 again, 14 serving 15. Tia Radonovong back to serve. Jones sets it up, and good block from the Tigers. And Purple Raiders tried to answer back, but a very nice block there from Urbana. They've evened this game up at 15 apiece. Momentum has shifted in favor of the Tigers. Jones sets it up again. Another nice block from the Tigers, and the defense is coming out tonight. It's a block party right here on Judge Green Court. 16 serving, 15 now. Tigers lead 1-0. Tigers need to hit it over there. Not sure if they'll get that. Guess they're redoing that one. Is that what we saw there, Natasha?
Yeah, I think.
All right, 16 serving, 15 once again. Good play there from Adonavong. Up and over is Russell. And too much power behind that hit from Lauren Strange. Lauren Strange has had some good hits there, but Urbana has answered back, and the Tigers have battled back into this one. They lead by 2 now. It's 17-15 as the Tigers looking to settle things up in 2 sets here. We appreciate you tuning in on the Tigers Media Network. Available on Urbana Public Television, Comcast Xfinity, Channel 6 and 1096, i3 Broadband Channel 6, AT&T UVerse Channel 99, and streaming online at urbanapublictelevision.org. We're on YouTube as well, youtube.com/UPTV6. Tira Donavong back to serve again for the Tigers. 17 serving 15 as Urbana looks to run away with this one. Strange with the kill. Back to serve for the Raiders is Fia Parker. 16 serving 17, and Urbana knocks that one back over. Thought it was going to be a Raiders point there, and Urbana gets the point as Strange knocks it into the net. Owens back to serve for the Tigers. And the Raiders answer back with a kill. So 17 serving 18. Raiders within 1 here in set number 2. Back to serve is Corinna Jones, senior at Bloomington High School. Digging that one up is Riley Russell, and knocking it over and off their heads is number 6, Kinsey Bostic for the Tigers. So point goes to Urbana, and back to serve is Raven Russell, 19 serving 17. Raiders put themselves in good position there, but the Tigers answer right back, but blocking that one is number 8 for Bloomington, Carolyn Carr. So point goes to Bloomington. It's 18 serving 19. They're within 1 once again as they keep battling back. Tira Donavong. Oh, and what a hit there from Raven Russell. Bloomington didn't have an answer for it. Point goes to the Tigers, 20 serving 18, and Bostic back to serve. And that one is out. Point Urbana. Good call there by the Tigers, and that's got to be tough to do when you have a ball that close to going out. How do you think that she says, okay, I'm going to lay off that one? All right, so the Tigers up 3 here. Going to be 21 serving 18. The Tigers have put themselves in a very good position here as they won the first set. They're up by 3 here late in the second set. Bostic serves this for the Tigers. Oh, and trying to kill that one was Raven Russell. She knocks it right into the net, and point goes to Bloomington. Back to serve is Eddington. Wheeling knocks that one over, and point Urbana. So 22 serving 19 now, and back to serve is Riley Russell. Sophomore outside hitter for the Tigers. Libero. Tigers setting things up, and they get it over. Bloomington answers right back. There's Bostic setting it up and over. And they don't have an answer for it. So Urbana up by 4 here, late in the second set. They lead 1-0. It's 23 serving 19. Jason Liggett alongside Urbana High School senior Natasha Williams. And a block at the net. The Tigers have set point, serving 19. We've seen so many good defensive blocks here by the Tigers, as the fans starting to come alive. 24-19. See if Bloomington can answer back here. Nice soft hit from the Raiders. Urbana knocks it back over. Jones setting that one up, digging that one out is Raven Russell. They set it up for Wheeling. Wheeling knocks it over. Setting that up is Fia Parker. Up, over, diving for the Tigers. The Tigers won it now. There's Raven Russell. Point Urbana, and Urbana wins 2-0. 25-21, 25-19. The Tigers have won 5 of their last 6 games. And what a battle that was for the Tigers. They got down quite a few early. They were down by as many as 5. I remember 13-8, and then they battled back, and it was all Tigers for the second half of that second set. Talk about what it means for Coach Erica Menig and her team to battle back. What is that like to be down a little bit, but then keep battling, Natasha?
It's a force. You have to do what you got to do when your mind is set. When your mind is set, you can do anything that's possible, and I think their mind was set tonight to win this game versus Bloomington.
All right, well, the Tigers victorious in Big 12 action. They're going to improve to 9-12 overall, 3-2 in the Big 12. As I've said, they've won 5 of their last 6 games. Things starting to click on all cylinders here for the Tigers, are they not?
Yes.
All right, we appreciate everyone tuning in tonight on the Tigers Media Network. For my broadcast partner, Urbana High School senior Natasha Williams, I'm Jason Liggett. We'll see you next time on the Tigers Media Network.